Well, we're back. We're back. I think that's what they say when you get out of fucking jail. Not that I was actually in jail. We're back. So wait for some people to come in. I'm jumping in a little early. I don't really care. We're gonna do whatever the fuck we want from now on. I'm one strike away from losing this channel, and I'm 3 minutes away from giving two shits about whether or not I actually want to be here. So yeah, we're gonna wait for some people to come in. Dave, I appreciate you jumping in and saying hello there. How are you? How are you? How are you? We're here. StreamYard.com/XZHX688HM2. Join the stream. It's gonna be a shit show tonight. It sounds like. If people are still the fuck awake, I don't know. Is anybody even alive? Anybody here? Anybody here? Mark Spivey, what's up, dude? What is going on? Yeah, we're just kind of kicking it. We have 4 people, man. We're kicking it live. All right, sweet. All I need to do is go to jail for 2 weeks and come back, and people just start showing up. Just getting off work. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. I can't complain. I pretty much just get off work too myself. That's what happens. So what can I do? What do we got here? Going to different places, lots of different faces. Yeah. I don't know. All right. What is up? What is up? I'm not here. You're not here. No, you're not here. Anyway, well, she's here. She's at home. She's upstairs. She's waiting for me. She's like, "Are you really going to do this?" And then everybody in the Discord's like, "Are you doing it? I'm thinking you should do a show. Maybe I'll come on the show. We'll do the show. Let's do the show." Oh, fuck. We're going to do the show. God damn it. We're here. Whether you like it or not, I guess we're fucking here. We're here. I got a new countdown. Yeah. I was fucking around with this the other day. So I got a new job. Things are going good. How's everybody else here? Work week done, weekend starts. Perfect. That's exactly how the world should go. I don't know anymore. I got a new job. I really do enjoy it so far. I may have bit off more than I can chew, but it's kind of nice in the fact that I basically work from home, which is fantastic. New toys, new things like that. What is this? Telling me I'm on Wi-Fi? What my signal strength to my really? Are we getting like bad signal strength on YouTube, folks? My connection to YouTube seems to be failing. What do we got? I'm here. YouTube Studio. We'll go in there, see how bad it is. Looks like there's some new music. And man, I haven't even I've been so busy. I honestly haven't even logged into YouTube in like the 2 weeks that I've been gone. I wasn't even sure if I could go live again because I didn't even know when the ban actually ended. I think it ended Friday. Well, it's Friday, so Thursday I think I got the warning last time. So whatever. Content. There we are. I don't even know how to use this thing anymore. And we're gonna go here and we're gonna go into the live streaming. Everything's different. Everything looks different. Even updates. Fantastic. All right. No more glitches than usual. It says fantastic. All right. It says I got excellent connection. Whatever. Perfect. It's really blue, man. Maybe we gotta change that color. The color looks funky. Yeah. So how's everybody else's life? Yeah, my puppy almost died. That's new. So that's an interesting story. Starting last Saturday, we were going through a shit show. Literally, the dog didn't feel good, did a bunch of dumb things, and that decided to eat my daughter's 4x6 foot gymnastics mat. He ate about a third of that. He ate a bunch of other shit, a tent, some other things. all in an attempt to vomit, which he succeeded to do about 15 fucking times in my house that night. But then completely uncomfortable to the point where not even able to lay down, sit down, do anything for quite a bit while after that. And then after Sunday of him being completely miserable and trying to get him all better to feel more comfortable, Monday we took him into the vet, which total joke. Go to the 24-hour emergency room that happens to open at 2:00 in the afternoon, and they're only open 12 hours a day because 24-hour vets are only open 12 hours a day now. But whatever. Okay, so we go to the emergency vet. They see him, and they're like, well, we're really thinking maybe an exploratory surgery would be an option, and they don't really tell us anything. And the vet, much to her chagrin, obviously is less comfortable talking to people than I am here because she's shaking in her boots, fucking rubbing her hands like she's given like the fucking Nobel Peace, laureate speech or something like that. Anyways, long story short, a couple vet visits later, a little bit of supportive care, no surgery because we opted and we're like, we're not going to do it. We'll see what happens. If he goes into complete distress, he's 12 years old. He's not a young buck anymore. The vet did say he's in good cardiac health, and if he did whatever, maybe the surgery would have been an option, but we didn't do it. And a couple days later, he's back to his old self, stealing shit off the counters and the garbage and trying to be that dog that ends up back in the emergency room within a week of fucking going. So $1,000 later, yeah, the fucking dog is almost dead, but he's alive now and doing well. So thankfully, the kids aren't freaking out about that, which that initially, the first vet visit, we had to tell the daughter, like, here's the condition, like, he's not doing well. There's a chance he might not come home today, which daughter understood that meant doggy go to heaven. But it was her birthday, legitimately her birthday that day. So thankfully, we didn't have to put the dog down on her birthday and completely destroy her life. So she even said that it was a perfect birthday because puppy got to come home. So yeah. No, I said it was more than that. It was more than the one visit, but a couple vet visits later, 3 rounds of fucking bullshit. The dog decided he was going to be okay. Well, we got a light wants to join the stream. There is a link in the Discord. There's also a link that'll be copied here. We're going to copy it here and we'll paste it right on over here. If anybody wants to join the stream, all you got to do is click that link and you can join. But we'll welcome in our first runner. We'll see what he wants to do here. Laughter. What is up, my guy?
What's up?
No, my. There you go.
I'm most here. What's up?
You sound like a robot, but we might get you.
We got a storm.
There you go. Got a storm. Crappy weather. How's going? How's life?
Going good. Busy.
So I know there was something in the Discord. You guys are doing a little giveaway charity thing, something, whatever.
Yeah.
Guessing that's why you want to jump in and say, hey, what's up? Never. You don't ever jump in. I'm just saying. I don't know if it was that or what. Maybe you just wanted to come in and see, say goodbye to the shit show before it just completely goes away.
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming at some point.
Yeah, when you keep getting like, the last one was literally for something that a show that was like 2.5, 3 months ago. YouTube is literally like a crazy ex-girlfriend. Keeps bringing up a bunch of shit that's way in the past that you really can't even control anymore. But can't fix that. Like, I think CNT in the Discord earlier is like, did you ever figure out what caused it? I didn't even bother checking because it's pretty much whatever came out of my mouth. Like, YouTube don't like me.
What's amazing too, though, they're shutting you down. And I mean, what's the most views you've had other than that Kubota episode?
I usually get about 80, 90 views. That's it on a video or something like that. So nothing huge, nothing spectacular, but I get about I average. I think the channel averages like 89 views a week or something like that. That's what the metrics say. I don't know. Most of them are probably haters. It's okay. We like haters around here. Let's see. It does not show. I see a chat that jumped in. There it is. Showed up now. Oh, hi, Dr. Cat Milk. Saw it on YouTube before I saw it on StreamYard. So,
You don't know this, but the doctor's actually a colonel now.
oh, the doctor's a colonel.
I
I'm
saw that earlier.
not a privy. This must be part of the nation yet. Colonel Cat Milk. Perfect.
So, but since you brought it up, I'm going to bring it up again. If you go over to Ashley Believe in Something on Facebook, we are giving a Veterans Day giveaway. And it's not much. It's only like $100 for the grand prize, but we'll match whatever the prize is to whatever vet organization you want to give to.
And that is right there.
That'd be the one.
That'd be the one. I know, because it's your screenshots. I couldn't fuck it up. So yeah, Facebook, Fedbook, whatever you want to say, fake book, whatever. Head on over there, check it out, see what they're doing. So how's the you're in that area? How's that area doing?
Yeah, it's great. For those of you who don't know, I live in Washington, and in the last 15 years, California has taken over this area. It's bad.
Yes, it's not good. That's for sure. Good thing is the cost of living will probably start going down pretty soon.
I fucking hope so.
Or it'll end up like Los Angeles, and you'll need $1.2 million to buy a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, dude, I just spent $200 to fill this morning. It's retarded, and that wasn't even the auxiliary tank for the tractor. That was just the truck itself. $200.
I believe it. My Jeep alone takes like $110 now from when I usually fill it up. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous, and I don't even live in an expensive area. So yeah, I can believe it 100%. All right. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about?
I got nothing to talk about. I'm not a very talkative person. Most of when
we can change it. Your name is Laughter. On here, you literally put it Laughter. It's Laughturd, everybody. This is Laughturd. We got to talk some shit with him. What's up? Hey, drop it like it's Scott coming in. Even he comes in. See, this is amazing. Hey, Scott, I got a chat. I got a thing for you here. You can join if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'll start talking about things, and people think I'm from Canada. Eh? It's all right. I'm not. Just for some reason, those are the people that I talk to now because everybody freaking. I'm scum for not jumping on the live more. He says, "You're not scum for not jumping on the live more. Nobody wants to be associated with me, and that's okay. I'm okay with it." Let's see what do we got. Where the fuck is you? I know you're in here. Throw that there. And I don't know where the fuck you are, Scott. I'm just gonna have to text it to you or something. Yeah. Oh, we lost Laughter. That's right. Oh, hanging out by the fire pit with the family. I just sent you a link anyways. It's okay. Yeah. Don't say sorry. Enough to be a Canadian. Right? No, drop it like it's Scott, though. You're not scum. You enjoy your time by the fire with your family. Can't be gray if my face is no. Well, I guess that's true. You can't be gray, man, if your face is known. I've seen your face, Mark. You can still be the gray man. Yes. And so it begins anew. We are, if you don't know, part of what I'm doing tonight is I don't even know. I'm kind of testing the waters to see if I even want to continue doing the YouTubes. Um, it's been difficult. It's been rough to kind of keep doing the shows. Um, I enjoy coming here. I enjoy talking to you guys. It's a cold 75 here. I would take a cold 75 any day of the week, every day. I would take a cold 75 every day of the week. I would be perfectly okay with that. Yeah, so sorry, I'm holding a conversation with somebody else I'm trying to pull in too. Never know who you can pull in unless you ask. So may as well just fucking ask, you know? What is up, y'all? Yes. 75 degrees. I'm both distraught and upset at the same time by that. Let's see what else we got going on. Meh. Yes, one day I'm going to catch this person off guard and they're going to click the link by accident. You never, ever know what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys can hear that clicking in the background. I'm apologizing now because I don't mean for it to be that way. There should be a way to turn off those notifications, and I'm just too ignorant to do it now, I guess. So let's do something different. We'll move this over to a new window and we'll pull it over here so we can talk about it. Jim Orion Linktree. Yes, the Linktree. That's in the description of the video. It's pretty much anywhere you can find it. This is how you do whatever I want you guys to do or what I want you to know about. This, don't worry about it. You never have to do that. I never ask. I'm never going to ask. The Discord link is in there for anybody who's interested in joining the Discord. Our YouTube channel, which will exist until it stops existing. And then the TikTok, which is where I post majority of my stuff now. But much like YouTube, I'm suffering over there as well. I think I've posted 15 videos in the last 18 days, and one of them is still up. So I'm succeeding over there as well. I don't know why people don't like my content. Apparently, truth sucks. The other thing is the holster inquiry request. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. And then the GoFundMe for Spencer as well. I don't know any updates. I don't really have any updates. I wish I could give updates. Definitely check it out. They've done $520. It's good, man. Any little bit helps. And always childhood cancer is a fucking pain in the ass. And nobody wants to, have to ever go through that. So great. Now China knows all of our secrets. China knows all of the secrets. They always know all the secrets. They've known all the secrets forever. What is up, Crazy Eyes?
What's up, man? Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Let's see. We'll make it so I'm not staring at your ear.
Let me fix this.
That's okay. We got it. We can go this way.
Where'd Laughter go?
Well, he's having. They got some storming going on right now. Some Storm and Norman stuff up there in Washington, and where they're located, I can say this: their cell reception is about as good as Canada, eh?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to be quiet. The old lady's sleeping. Trying not to make a huge fucking ruckus.
Well, ruckus is fun. Ruckus is fun.
It's weird getting old, man. Like, it's 10 o'clock. My ass is ready to go to bed.
Yeah. I understand. I'm just going to start, like, if we're going to continue to do this, I'm just going to start throwing them up random because I don't fucking know anymore. Like, the kids are in bed. It's 8:30. I'm like, okay.
So did you ever figure out what they did or what you did to get banned again this time? Or is it just speculation? Because I know they don't ever give you any sort of reason.
No, nobody ever tells you anything. Let's see. I can actually, if I go to YouTube Studio, I can tell you exactly what they said it was. I believe it was hateful content. Apparently that's a thing.
trying to remember the episode. I don't remember.
So it was actually the episode I started. It was entitled "Bootlickers are now making house calls," and it was the ATF and sheriff's department that showed up at that one guy's house and then asked to see guns.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the story.
So that was the main thing. Yeah, it's probably excessive penetration. No, YouTube is good with excessive penetration. It's called art. YouTube. Everything I do is art. It's an art form. See, the white cock, it's art. The dick's tech is art.
Has anybody ordered one?
No, I'm
No?
fucking. What the fuck, man?
I know.
No, I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna have to just make one for myself, and then I'll just be walking around with like 12 cocks in my pants.
Yeah, I need to get one ordered for the. I asked you this on the live stream on Instagram. Is the mold for the XL and the regular 365 the same?
It's different.
Is it? Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It really isn't a big deal as far as the difference between them. The XL actually has like 15 millimeters extra length. So in the slide area. So it's actually just the easiest way you can do it. You can use the exact same mold, and some companies do. And what they do is they just cut it off right at the base of the mold, and then the extra little bit sticks out. I dislike that.
Well, I saw how you did your engineering skills. You did I don't know what handgun it was, but you made something so the light would fit without having the light on there.
Right.
So I do want to get one ordered for myself, and then I want to get the old lady. She's got the 43X. I want to get her something done, but she wants something a little bit more involved. Like I said, she wants that multicam black with like an orange innard. I don't even know if I'm saying the right words.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's possible.
And
So
then-
it's a dual layer. What it basically would do, and I can do all that too. It would be, I think it's like an additional $20 just in cost. Because what you end up having to do is you fuse the two pieces of Kydex together before you mold it. So what you end up with is actually, instead of doing the one piece of Kydex over, you're doing two pieces of Kydex over. The process is all identical.
is it two thin pieces? Sorry.
Yeah, so you use the thinner sheets, and then you fuse those two together to get it right. There is a possibility that I could do it in a single sheet, but I have to talk to the supplier of the Dixtex. That's the unique thing that they offer, is there is the potential that you could do a dark color over a light color background in the printing. So you could do like a neon green subdued. Just 1 second. I got like a barky cough. It's fantastic. It's probably COVID. I literally went to the Chicago trade show. So is that
Isn't Dave in Chicago? Every time I hear Chicago, I cringe.
Yep.
Ugh.
I didn't have a chance to hook up with him, but I was so
No.
freaking beat. It was just getting up at the ass crack of dawn, trying to enjoy a breakfast in the hotel before everybody else that you work with piles out of their hotel room. And then you have to sit and talk for a little bit to be cordial. And, mornings are just leave me the fuck alone. I'm drinking my coffee and I just want to kind of collect my thoughts type time. But they all want to talk because they're salespeople.
Yeah, that's all they do.
So then they start talking. And it's literally, at that point, I'm at the trade show with a company that I've been employed with for less than 7 days on the first day that I was there. So
It sounds like you're doing well there, man. So definitely big congrats on that.
yeah,
Sounds
I
like
hit
that.
I hit the ground running. I've got a lot of familiarity with their products and what they do. And it's actually right here. This is actually a conveyor with one of their motors in it. Maybe we'll bust it out one time and talk about it. But it's permanent magnet motors. It's kind of like new technology. It's all no gears, no oil, maintenance free.
That's way over my head.
Cool shit.
I'm
It's
way-
pretty fucking. It's
I'm
pretty.
way- I'm way too stupid for that.
But basically, I'm just applications engineering. So I'm taking their motors and I'm putting them in stuff like that conveyor.
Didn't you say it's your old employer? Like,
So yeah, mommy doesn't have to work as much now. Yeah, they gave me a lot of reasons why I didn't need to stay unemployed for long. But the real thing is that they were a supplier to my old company, and I actually brought them into my old company because I had researched the product, and being product development, always trying to do the new thing. So, yeah, yes, cat milk, maintenance free. We no longer need maintenance people to touch it. In fact, we don't want maintenance people to touch it. That's the point of these motors.
it seems like a big slap in the face to your previous employer, and I love that.
Honestly, though, here's the thing. You would think so. You would really think so. But I left very amicably. The thing is they're actually happy about it from a standpoint of they called the other day and they were looking for somebody to come in and talk about an application. And I literally came into a conference with them. And at this point, they had the majority of them knew where I've gone to and stuff like that. They actually specifically asked for me to come so they can run the idea and the application by me. I know how their processes work. I know everything about their company and how it runs. And before we walked out of that meeting, I had a motor selection for them. I had it set to the side and a quote started and out the door. Basically, in 40 minutes in a meeting that would have taken an hour and a half. And they trust me because they know I'm good. So, yeah, it's kind of a slap in the face to them, but at the same time, it was amicable. Like, I didn't leave mad at them. They wanted me to come in and do work for them contract after I left even. So there's that.
This new gig you got sounds better than the previous gig you left your previous employer for, which I can't remember what it was. I know it ended up not working out because it wasn't what you expected it to be. Or
no, this was actually heading down the same way, it seemed, because I had left actually to go do contract work. The deal was I was going to go do contract work on my own. I was going to kind of just set up my own stuff, and then these guys were going to be one of the contracts that I worked for, at least for a little while. Feel it out, both sides. Everybody could be feeling good about it, and they actually had a catastrophe that caused them to rethink bringing me on as a contract employee, and ended up just flipping the script. And they're like, "No, you're hired." Okay.
Yeah, that works out.
Here's your offer. This is what we're going to pay you.
So hopefully it wasn't a lateral move as far as pay goes. I mean, I'm not going to ask you specifics, but
no, mommy gets to take some time off of work.
There you go.
So she doesn't have to work as many hours, which will be good for her.
Good for you, the kids.
Kind of increase it a little bit, but it also involves a little bit more travel than what I was doing. So I'll be moving around a little bit. Just in the Midwest region. So
is that what you're doing in Chicago? I'm guessing it's work stuff.
Yeah. So in Chicago, we were actually at the trade show. So Pack Expo trade show is like the world's biggest trade show when it comes to manufacturers of food and stuff like that. So really a big deal as far as that industry goes. And that's kind of where the bread and butter of everything that I do is in food. So
when you come down to Florida, is that business or pleasure?
That'll be pleasure.
Yeah.
So if we're still planning on it, we don't know exactly when, but it'll be in February sometime, and kind of working out the details right now. But the interesting thing about my job is that I don't have to take vacation, so I can just be out of office for a few days.
You can work remotely,
and then I can work remotely on things for an hour or two and be good. So,
yeah, man, it sounds like a good gig.
No more South Carolina. Mario, I can go anywhere. That's the beautiful thing about my job is I'm working all over the country, but I'm working from home for the most part. Will there be no more South Carolina? Probably not. Maybe I'll come to South Carolina just for fun. That's the thing.
I've been to South Carolina. South Carolina's nice.
Well, I was actually down there this last year. With
Mario.
That was actually for work, but then there's still a manufacturing hotbed for hygienic automation down in that area. So
Well, if we meet up and we go shooting, don't expect. I can't shoot like Mario can. So let's just keep the bar really low there, because I can't shoot like that, man.
That man can shoot. That is for sure.
So just gonna hope that. But yeah, it'd be cool to meet up with you, man. I know you said you're going to. I think it was Claremont.
Ish, yeah. So we're gonna
Claremont-ish.
be in the Orlando, Claremont-ish area. Ish. It's so convoluted because their address is the address that we're going to is Claremont, but it's not Claremont, and it's Orlando, but it's not Orlando, and it's just all a fuck show, and it's Florida. So
It's Florida, man. What the fuck do you expect? It's fucking Florida.
what are you talking about? It's here, but
Yeah,
if I look at it on the map, you're way the fuck over there. It's
I
like,
don't even fucking understand it.
Huh.
I've been here my whole life.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I,
yeah.
I stay away from Orlando if I can.
Most people do, from what I hear.
It's fucking crowded. I mean, I don't know how much more crowded it is in the Tampa area now, but it's
Yeah.
definitely crowded.
Yeah, no, but the gig seems pretty cool. As far as what I'm doing now, and they do pretty good to take care of people. Setting me up with some pretty good tech to work with, stuff like that. So definitely interested in seeing how it goes. But it's been one of those where I was hired to do one thing and I came in and they're like, "Hey, we want you to do this first." And then it's like all of a sudden it's like, "Hey, by the way, we're thinking you're going to be part of the operations team on this." Like, "Oh. So your growth, just so you know, because I know they're like, I know one of your big things was like you didn't feel like you had enough growth opportunities where you were. Just so you know, you're not going to have any upward growth within the company. But I want you to understand this from this standpoint. All your growth is going to be in whatever you develop underneath you. So it's like, yeah, you're not growing forward because in order to grow forward, basically I'd have to be a stakeholder in the business, is what they're saying. I can do whatever I want to do within the company, and it's just however I decide to travel and build out my deal. So
that shiny box behind you, what is it? I know you said it's what's its application?
So this one here is actually just for show. It's a show and tell piece. That's really it. It was sent home with me because it didn't work. And one of the things that they want me to do is technical stuff. So support, fixing things. And they're like, we need you to figure that out. I had it running within 24 hours of bringing it home. So we're good.
Okay. Yeah, you'd mentioned magnets, and I was just trying to wrap my head around what kind of application those have in the real world.
Oh, yeah. No, it throws kids' toys well.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
So yeah, one time I'll have to. I don't think I'm set up for it in here right now, but I could take and we could pull that apart one time and break it down and look at it as what it is. Basically, it's just a if you're familiar with like drum motors, pulley drum motors, end drive motors, center drive motors, stuff like that. Basically, that's what it is. The difference is that there's no oil inside of it and there's no gears inside of it.
Because it's all magnets.
It's all driven electronically with magnets, kind of in a superconductor manner. So basically, way over my head.
I know some of those words.
Yeah,
so.
they focus the magnetic energy, and then they use electrical signals to control it. And they do near servo accuracy with the same cost as servo, but without any gearboxes. So it's a direct application, a direct drive, or what they call a mag drive. So
Gotcha.
we actually have one motor. It's kind of like the difference. So the difference between our motors and a standard gearbox and motor is the difference between a Corvette and a Tesla, right? One uses all electric and one doesn't. We have constant torque from a half a hertz of power all the way up until like 110 hertz. and it's constant torque all the way through. Whereas the faster you go with a standard gearbox and motor, the less torque you have. So
Right.
we have one motor that actually has more power that we can run off 110 volts, taking, and this is into the electrical side of it, but it's less than 5. It was running at the show on 110 volts, drawing 2.8 amps at 5.6 watts. And it was outputting 843 Newton meters of torque, which is equivalent to a Corvette with a really big supercharger.
Okay. Sounds
Basically.
expensive.
Not cheap.
No, it sounds expensive.
Not cheap at all. But it's the difference, right? It's power versus power.
Yeah, I was just, like I said, I was just trying to figure out in what sort of real world applications you would use something like that. But I think you kind of.
So what kind of battery would I need to build a go-kart with that motor? I'm working on it.
That would be one hell of a go-kart.
I actually, what the fuck are you talking about? Sounds like a bunch of weird science. It is a bunch of weird science.
It is a bunch of weird science.
It is a bunch of weird science. Unfortunately, I am I don't want to tug my own chain, but I do deal with quite extensively, like, mentally challenging things on a daily basis.
You're definitely smarter than you look.
I know, right?
And I mean that in the most respectful way.
I know. It's like, look at this fucking fat ass biker over here, fucking tattoos all over the place on his fingers and shit like that. What is he good for? It's like, would you like to talk about how a semiconductor does its application?
It's funny seeing your videos on TikToks, and it's all bike stuff, and it's like, I guess I didn't realize how it's, dude. I love how you fucking clap back at everybody, and it's hilarious to me.
I just have fun with it.
No,
and
it's awesome.
The thing is, that's probably going to change over there too, because there's just drama everywhere, and I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk about bike stuff, so that's why I went there. I'm like, if I try to do that on YouTube to build an audience that actually gives a shit, like you guys here don't follow me for bike content, right? I mean, realistically. So in order to do the bike content, I'm like, well, it's cheap over there. It's bullshit. I don't have to do any editing. I'm just fucking recording some garbage on a video and just making fun of shit. Just having fun.
Yeah, but there's trolls everywhere. It's
right.
But it's funny seeing that other side of outside of, well, I don't feel like you've even gotten super political as of lately, but
well, I've been trying to it's just got annoying. It's like, there's so much. People need to step back from it for a second and realize what is going on. And I think even myself, I got so into the weeds and so worried about, like, this versus that, or this person and that person, and I was just like, and it just, I didn't like who I was becoming, focusing all on that. And the reality is life has gotten a lot better when I stopped focusing on it so much. Granted, I still very active and think about it politically. I watch it, I pay attention to it, but I don't drive my life based on it.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that they let that stuff consume their lives, and I did it for a while, and it, like you said, it gets so exhausting.
It is. It's really exhausting to be.
It's exhausting, and it's a constant state of fucking anxiety for me. Because
I'll have to throw it.
Huh?
I had to throw the comment up. He finally listened to his wife, and life is good. Because she's like, just stop talking about politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watch Steven Crowder or whatever, or I tend to watch people of, beliefs that I believe in, but it gets to the point where it's an echo chamber.
It really is.
And, they're making all these great points, but it's like, great, you're preaching to the choir. Like, we all fucking agree with you, man. I can't sit here and just.
Right. The biggest thing, like, I'm not even entertained by any of that stuff anymore. Like, honestly, his like change my mind segments are probably the only thing that I even enjoy watching at this point, because there is that kind of opposite ended conversation. And I give him a lot of credit for that, because even in the editing, they're not taking somebody and trying to make them look like a fucking douche noodle.
Right.
You know, they're amicably having a conversation and trying their best to actually have the conversation. That is kind of what I wanted this channel to be from the beginning. Like it was a place for you
sides.
to come and say whatever you wanted to say, regardless, and we're gonna have the discussion. The problem is every single time I've tried to reach out to somebody from the other side, they're like, I don't want to do it. I just feel like I'm gonna come into an echo chamber. I'm just gonna be talked down. I'm like, dude, then I'll ban people. Like, I'm not opposed to like getting rid. Like, if you cannot have a legitimate conversation with somebody from the other side, you're part of the fucking problem. It doesn't
No,
matter what
I-
side you're on or who you agree with. Like,
I definitely agree with that. And that's the like my dad's a great example of that. My dad, I mean, maybe it's just human nature, but he surrounds himself with people that he agrees with about everything 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I have dog pilot. Exactly. But no, I mean, like, there's got to be, we have to have conversations on each side. I mean,
right.
so I get why you wanted to steer away from the whole politics thing. Like, how many times, I mean, can you just not
Beat
ramble
a
on,
dead
but
horse. It's just beating a dead horse. I'm like,
yeah.
I was literally like, you know, I was kind of, when I did the whole unemployment thing and I was trying to post videos all the time, it was kind of like going down the whole like spicy Johnny, right? We're gonna actually talk about news, but we're gonna talk about it unfiltered, and I don't care about monetization type shit. And that's kind of what I was being told in the background. That's dude, you kind of remind me of that. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I'm like, this fucking blows.
Spicy Johnny, is that a channel?
No, it's kind of, if you think about Johnny.
Oh, I thought I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm tired.
But yeah, just spicier. You know, like unfiltered, no bullshit. I'm not gonna cut my tongue for anybody type shit. But it's still, it just got old, and it was just beating a dead horse. I'm literally like, yeah, I'm like, great, congratulations, I'm talking about the stuff, but it's like, I'm just saying the same thing that a million other fucking people are saying. I'm just doing it with less filter to a smaller audience.
But
And
there
everybody
is,
that's watching my shit is agreeing with me. Like, it's not that I'm changing any minds.
well,
So
I mean, there's definitely an issue as far as like, if somebody from the other side came and said exactly what they said, there's going to be zero issue. The video's not going to get pulled down. But
yeah, that's the other thing. But honestly, I never cared about that. Like, I never was monetized. I've never been a big channel. I've never even if I had the opportunity to monetize, the closest thing to monetization that I was ever going to get was probably just the people that I know who are like, hey dude, just promote our product and we'll like just give you cool shit. Like, cool. Like, I had a couple of them. I had a company that was going to do Bruised Eagle clothing company. They're like, hey man, we'll promote our stuff and you know, just we'll give you this. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, once I get it, I'll talk about it. And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Like, whenever. I'm not trying to beg for free shit. I don't want you guys to donate stuff to me. Like, if you're a cool company, I'm gonna, anything that I've promoted, I've paid for. Like, if you've seen me review something, I paid for it. I didn't get it for free. I'm not trying to be that guy.
shilling,
Right.
shilling. No, is that why you think you're trying to step away? Maybe, I guess, hinting at the idea of stepping away from YouTube.
I think it's just a lot. I mean, I enjoy this. I really do enjoy coming here and having these conversations, talking to people like you guys, and actually just the community that we've, kind of carried over. I don't say that I built it, because I didn't build this community. You guys
That's a fair statement.
You guys followed me because of my connection at one point to the Tundra Nation, and we kind of developed a relationship outside of that as far as friends. I mean, I consider the majority of the people in my Discord friends. There's some people in there that I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck you are, but whatever, cool. Like, eventually, maybe you'll speak up. We'll get to know each other. and that'll be cool. Like, I consider you guys like friends. Like, at this point, legitimately. Like, I'm not gonna say y'all my family. I don't
Right.
know you guys enough. Like,
Yeah.
Mario, I met you in person. Mario's a cool fucking dude. Mario is an incredible person. I had a good time meeting him. At no point did I feel like I was going to get murdered, which is a good thing.
Because you can shoot.
Obviously, there were stipulations put in place, like, okay, my phone's location services are on.
Did your wife make you up the life insurance when you went out?
No, my life insurance was pretty good at the time.
Okay.
So
But
we
all
were
paid up?
okay. Yeah, if I
All paid up.
if I died back then, like, she was taken care of. Now she's sitting here going, "Don't fucking die."
Don't fucking die.
But
That's funny.
you guys
Well,
are a
hopefully-
bunch of weenies, says Mario.
Well,
Hey,
hopefully, if we meet, I don't get banned from Discord the following day.
Penetration! You didn't like that? Oh, what about this? Penetration!
Had to give that to Mario. You will not be banned from the Discord the next day. Like, I'm not who I look like on TV, right? Everybody says TV adds 10 pounds. My lighting is very good. I'm a big dude. Ask Mario. I don't think he was expecting me to be a big dude, but I'm a big dude. And
Yeah.
sometimes.
Speaking of that, how's your diet going? Didn't you backed out of it?
Completely backed out of it. I didn't gain anything. I'm not losing a ton like I was, but I feel healthier about it. Like, I feel better about it. Yeah. So I mean, it's progressing. It's going to be a longer process. It's not going to be so dramatic. And I'm okay with that. I really am.
I've gotta figure out some sort of a diet before I fucking have a heart attack and die.
Yeah. The kids like it better. The wife even said it. The kids like it better. It's been a transition, right? Obviously, you go from one like extreme to another, and it's like, I'm just doing the best I can to not lose, any progress that I made. Right? We made a lot of progress, and I'm still fighting to do that. But at the end of the day, I know that the change is going to be big enough. Like, I'm going to gain some weight probably. I've done really well. I think I've only gone up about 2 pounds, but then I started actually bringing that back down. So it's just a matter of how dedicated I'm going to be to it. And
So, sorry, what was your what was your reasoning for not wanting? Because again, like I said, there's a few diets, if you want to call them that I've considered. What was your gripe with it was the calorie deficit that you were doing?
yeah,
correct?
so it's actually just literally the Optavia diet. So for me, the biggest problem was my kids. So every single day, my kids are watching me, and they're looking to me for guidance and how they accept their food habits and stuff like that as well. And what they're seeing is I'm going to a pantry and I'm grabbing prepackaged garbage. They don't know that it's good. I mean, it's good. It was good stuff. Tasted like shit, but like, it was healthy. But to them, what they were seeing was Daddy's
Snacks.
eating a candy bar. Daddy's
Yeah.
eating a bag of chips. Daddy's eating this. Daddy's eating something that's prepackaged. And it's not creating good, healthy habits for them. And what ended up being is all of a sudden I'm turning around and my kids have got a bag of fucking Fritos in the middle of the fucking playroom just eating fucking Fritos because, well, that's what Daddy does.
Thinking it's the same thing that you're doing.
Right. I'm like,
Right.
okay, so, well, I just got to not have that stuff in the house, right? Well, then it's well, you get to have it. How come I can't have it? Well, you're making a valid point. How about this? We'll do a granola bar. We'll do this. And it wasn't working out in the same manner that we wanted. And the other portion of it was, as a family, we enjoy that time to sit down and eat a meal together. And we were so regimented that we had to eat at these times, and we had to eat only one good meal a day. So if we wanted to have breakfast with the kids on the weekend, that was our one meal that we could have outside of the plan. It was breakfast. So then the other 2 meals that we would have with the kids that day, they're just eating whatever we can make them at the time, and we're doing whatever. And the wife said it too in the chat. She was also starting to get awful headaches. So Um, processed
Yeah.
foods and things like that were starting to cause like headaches and that stuff. And for
So
me,
it,
it was a high soy diet as well.
so with her, you said it was the processed foods.
Yeah.
Okay.
For her, a lot of it was the headaches. She's always had an issue with processed food. And even though it's like high quality ingredients, it's still processed. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still a soy protein that's processed using X whatever and all this other bullshit. So end of the day, it just didn't fit us the way that it could have. If our kids were older and understood what was going on, maybe it'd be different. If we didn't have kids, it definitely would be different. But between those factors, and then you couple with it the cost, like, and cost isn't everything. Like it's the cost of your health, right? You're gonna pay for it eventually. Either you're gonna pay for it to get healthy, or you're gonna pay for it because you're not healthy. So the cost is kind of a moot point if you really go down the rabbit hole of what does unhealthy eating look like in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely true. I mean, because we did keto for probably 6 months, and I mean you can definitely I mean you can spend money, but you can also not spend money. Um I guess the reason I asked was, and you said outside of, so if it was just you and the wife, you would probably do it. And aside from the processed food giving her the headaches, like I asked because I remember when we started keto, I felt like dog shit for probably 2 3 weeks.
Right.
Maybe not for like like a week after, for a couple weeks, I just felt awful.
Right. Yeah, no, the bacon's not wrong. There is a difference between the soy that you can get in Asian countries and the soy that you can get in Americas, which is a little bit better, but it's still soy product. And I felt a big difference in my energy levels um, with the soy protein versus just a regular protein. So sorry, with the keto.
No, I was just trying to, because again, her and I both need to kind of figure out a routine to get onto, because like I said, I mean there's keto, there's the diet you um, tried, the caveman diet, paleo, I guess you want to call it, like the Mediterranean diet. So it's just trying to figure out.
I'm gonna say in all my experience, and Bacon will probably agree with this. No matter what you do, your body's always gonna do whatever it wants to do, and the reality of the situation is the standard American diet. And I hate saying that term because everybody's like, it's sad, it's a standard American diet. The standard American diet is based off of what a farming working man, in the Midwest was eating to get by. He was
Mhm.
burning 6,000 calories a day, so eating a 2,000 calorie a day diet was not enough, and he just everybody in the family just started eating like grandpa did, right? And we continue that process even though we've become more sedentary. We in America have perfected the art of comfort, right? If there's something that makes you uncomfortable, there is something that we have made in America that makes you less uncomfortable. The only reality is that if you want to eat like a farmer, you need to work like a farmer.
Which I
If you
definitely
want to
don't
eat,
do.
if you want to live like a person who doesn't move around a lot, sits at a desk, does this, does that for 6 to 12 hours a day, you have to eat like that person.
Yeah.
And the other end of it is in Cat Milk said it here. I always heard the more you buy on the outside aisles, the better in the grocery store. That's 100% true. The outside aisles are all the fresh. They're the perishable items. They're the items that don't have the processed
And
ingredients.
also
Sodium.
the top of the stuff that they put eye level is usually the bad shit.
Exactly. You got to look for what you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the reality is even that statement is inaccurate. Honestly, what you need to do is I personally think, and I'm gonna probably take this route and check it out just to see. I'm actually going to go and I'm going to do what's called like a bod pod. And it's going to break down basically what it does is it analyzes your digestive system and what nutrients that you're taking in. Like you're honest about the diet that you're eating. You be completely honest about it. You track it for a week up front or something like that. And then basically it knows what macros you have going into the bod pod. And then it analyzes your system to see what macros you are utilizing versus what you're eating. So it basically allows you to say, okay, your body's actually using this, so it's craving it. Give it more of this, less of this.
You kind of tune it to however your body works.
Right. But even in analyzing that and breaking it down and looking and seeing exactly what that's doing, a lot of it really breaks down to location. So what foods are grown in your area and what season is it? That's what you should be eating. The freshest, most available foods that you can get in your area are what you should be eating. So what you should be eating in your area is probably fish and mangoes, right? You're getting all of your sugars and your stuff from, the tropical fruits that you have available year round that are fresh and available right there. Absolutely no tampering, no wax, none of this other garbage to try and keep it fresh to get it to you. And then the availability of the seafood that's right there, right? If you went to eating what's locally available and fresh year round, you would see a massive change in your body type and the way you're processing things, because your climate also dictates other things, right? So I'm in the Midwest. In the middle of winter, what's available to me? It's whatever's in my freezer as far as the meat that I've frozen, right? Or the beef or the cattle that you're able to slaughter right then and there. And then root vegetables. Root vegetables, if you break down their vitamins, actually supply you with a lot of the things that you don't get by not having the sun in the winter. So the beta carotenes, the vitamin E's, those things actually come from a lot of the root vegetables. So because you're sheltered in the winter, you eat the root vegetables, and those replace the supplements that you need to maintain your body and your lifestyle throughout the winter months back into summer months. And you've got other things that are available because that's what you can grow. That's what's available.
Going back to what you had mentioned about the seasons, somebody that Brittany works with made a really interesting point at her work the other day. She said the issue is you go to the grocery store and you can find, as far as like fruits and vegetables go, she said the issue is you can find anything at the grocery store that you want, and it's not based on season.
Right.
And we're talking seedless watermelons. Like fruits and shit are supposed to have seeds in them, man. So
right.
It's
well, even if it's not seedless, the problem is that it's available year round. In reality, there's 2 weeks out of the year where a person should be able to get that.
Yeah. I do think that's the big thing, because like you said, whatever I'm sure most of our shit in Florida gets sent from California. What did he say?
Your eye level or everyone else's?
Yes. I don't know if that was an eye joke or a short joke, but he's right on both occasions. But no, I definitely think that seasons has something to do with it, and it's something I've never even thought of, but it makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and it really does. That's one of those. It's the catch-22, right? Everybody's able to get whatever whenever they want, and if you really break it down, the things that are available to you during this time are what are probably going to be best for you.
I had a Big Mac today. They're available all year long.
Right. Well, that's horrible.
It's absolutely terrible.
It's been honestly, the last time I had McDonald's, it was a Big Mac, and it was because the wife was craving it. And I'm not blaming you, honey. Don't give me any shit there. She was craving it, and she's like, "We just need to go get it and see how bad it really is." And we went and we got it, and we were not disappointed by how horrible it fucking tasted. I'm like, I've eaten, honestly, McDonald's that one time in probably 14, 15 years. and I cringe thinking about it. And I'm even to the point where Taco Bell, which was like my one fast food joint, where I'm like, it's Taco Bell. Like, can you really give? I'm like, I can't fucking eat Taco Bell anymore. It tears my fucking ass up for like 3-4 days. I'm like, I can't do it.
I think that's a good. I said this to somebody. I said I think that's a good measurement to you. Like you're on a good diet when shit like that fucks with your stomach. Because I mean, 10, 11 years ago, I mean, I'm a fat piece of shit now, but 10 years ago, I was in really good shape. I was eating super healthy, and I remember we were at this carnival, and I had a bunch of deep fried Oreos, and I felt like just dying.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, you're definitely right. When you're used to not eating shit like that, and then you do eat the McDonald's, whatever, the Taco Bell. That's where I need to be again, because there was a point where I couldn't even think about eating like Wendy's or Taco Bell or McDonald's.
Right. It's just like the grease. I'm like, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, it's literally, it's about saving what you can. You can eat whatever you want. Number one, 1 or 2 bites of it isn't gonna hurt you, right? It's if you're craving something, that's the other thing. Like if you're craving something, eat it. If your body is telling you you need it, eat it. But if you're craving a piece of cake at a birthday party, don't take the fucking giant piece of cake. Take a small slice of it, because after the first 2 or 3 bites, it doesn't even it's not doing anything towards satisfying your craving anyways. So you've taken 2, 3, 4 bites, and you don't have to feel guilty because you didn't eat a fucking giant slab of it, but you had enough of it that your body's like, we're good.
Yeah, I know, and people talk about you can eat, and I don't know how true this is, but everybody says you can just eat whatever you want. It's all about portion control, and I don't know if I buy into it.
It really is. It's about portion control, but it's about adjusting the portion to what you really need. Don't eat a fucking fistful of cake, and what your portion is on your plate. A lot of people complain about, like, you go to a restaurant and it's like, oh, I got this food and my plate came and the piece of meat on it was this big, and it was like there was just this and there was that. They actually served you what you should be eating. They literally served you what you should be eating, and you're complaining about it because you're used to going to the fucking Italian restaurant and getting all
big ass plate
salad
of
and fucking breadsticks with a plate of fucking spaghetti that's 14 inches round that comes to you 6 inches high, and you can tell that person not to stop fucking shaving that fucking Parmesan on your goddamn plate until it's heaped another 3 inches fucking taller.
I had a friend come over. He visited Florida a couple years ago, but he lives in France, and we took him out to this seafood restaurant or whatever, and it was funny watching how disgusted he was with American-sized portions.
Right. Well, what's interesting though is, like, if you go over to like France, this is the other thing that in researching it, and no, I get it. Bacon put it out there. He goes, I hate to break it to you guys, all food is genetically modified. It's just a more controlled process now. 100%. I 100% agree with you. Corn is not even edible in its natural form. So I love sweet corn. It's genetically modified. Things have been altered to make them better, to make them actual food, things like that. But at least for the most part, those that can be grown from a seed are still better off. So, yeah, there goes the tunnel cover, says Laughter. Hope it's not really. Carrots aren't supposed to be orange. Nope, they're supposed to be a bunch of different colors. Some can be orange, but most of them aren't. Yeah, I like my purple, white, and green and red carrots.
I learned recently that there's different colored watermelon.
There are different colored watermelons, yellows, and
yeah.
But no, the reality all goes back to, like, I really do think it's portion control. It's just readjusting it. I was saying, I was starting to say about, like, France, like, the obesity problem doesn't exist the same way in France that it does here. There's still people who are overweight.
But not on the
everywhere.
fucking mass
Right.
scale.
It's literally like 1 in 10 people in America are healthy, like if that. So, it's completely role reversed in countries like France. But if you look at their eating habits, they eat fucking 12 to 14 times a day.
But little
But they
proportions.
eat tiny little
Yeah.
portions. And really,
Portions.
that's what you should eat is a little bit a lot of times. And that prevents you from overeating. And you're utilizing the calories as they're as they're brought in. So that's that. Broccoli is a domesticated mustard. Yes, it is. And going out makes a difference for sure. Yeah, if you go out to eat a lot, if you go out to eat at all, you're kind of fucking yourself. There are ways that you can eat healthy going out to eat. It is not easy, because you don't have any control over how things are cooked. That steak tastes phenomenal because it's drenched
Slathered
in
in butter.
You
Yeah.
know, salts and butters and things like that. That's how they make things taste good. So that's the real thing. And yes, absolutely. Miss Pineapple says it. Drink water. Yes, drink water.
That's
Don't
probably
spend
my
enough
that's
water.
probably my biggest downfall because people think I'm joking. I'll go 3, 4, 5 days without drinking water.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even survive.
I don't. People ask me like, how are you fucking actually even alive? And I don't know.
Yeah, Man Against the Masses says, unless you are a letter carrier, you eat when you get the time when you work 12-hour shifts. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I'm an engineer. My life has been about the mitigation of food. So from the time I wake up in the morning, I don't really feel like eating. I'm gonna get going. I get off to work. I get there, and then I'm not eating until 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's 4 or 5 hours after you woke up. You didn't jumpstart your metabolism, which is what breakfast is all about: getting things moving, getting things in process. And it's not about carrying you to lunch. It's about getting things moving. The longer you wait from the time that you've eaten the last time, the closer your body goes into starvation mode, and it starts to store fat cells and things like that because it thinks you're going to die if you don't do it, because we're fucking cavemen and you never know when you're going to get an animal that you can actually kill and eat.
That's a good point you just brought up about the breakfast and
Right?
starting a metabolism, because a lot of people swear by intermittent fasting, and
It sounds like your cat doesn't like that conversation.
my cat doesn't like anything. Yeah, he doesn't like the thought of not having food at his disposal. No, but a couple of my buddies do the intermittent fasting, and it seems what you just said, your body goes into starvation mode.
There's the thing is and obviously take it from a guy who's damn near 400 pounds. I used to be almost 450 pounds, so take it from that. But I'm not a health expert or anything like that at all. But the reality of the situation is that every single diet that people talk about works to a degree. It'll work for a little bit. It's kind of a fad thing, or it gets you over the hump for something else, right? Is it going to work long term? I don't know. Is it going to work forever? I don't know. You know, if say you watch Steven Crowder, right? So you know that Jordan Peterson only eats meat and his world is completely better, but he hates his diet. Well, but he does it because he's disciplined and he's only going to eat meats. And it's what makes his body feel better. Great. It makes his body feel better. Congratulations. You found something that makes your body feel good.
But you're miserable.
You are miserable.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable long term unless you have a reason like he does, where his body completely just hates him and starts breaking down if he doesn't eat that way. So he does it because he has to, not because he wants to. And his diet works, right? But there's other people out there who are doing the same thing, and it works for them. But some of them enjoy it. Some of them don't enjoy it. And the ones who don't enjoy it, eventually they jump to something else, and then they jump to something else, and then they jump to something else. The majority of people who do what I say fad diets go from one fad diet to the next fad diet because like it worked until it didn't. And then I had to find something else because everything works to a point. And then your body develops its own thing. It's like, okay, I get what you're doing. I don't like it. I'm just going to stop performing for you.
I would suspect with who'd mentioned water. Your wife, I think, mentioned water.
Yep.
Drink enough water. Cut out processed foods. Cut out sugars. Cut out carbs. You'll probably be fine.
Right.
Portion control, like you said. You know, don't.
Well, and for years though, the American public has been told, hey, you need to eat 2,000 calories a day because that's what we base all these nutritional facts on. 2,000 calories a day. Honestly, I don't know a single fucking person who should be eating 2,000 calories a day that isn't fucking like going to the gym for 2-3 hours because reality.
So, yeah, I know it's much lower. I don't know the number.
I will say that every single person is different.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say that whatever, like technically the amount of calories that I need to eat on a daily basis to sustain my weight and not gain anything. If I ate that many fucking calories, I'd be vomiting from being overstuffed. I couldn't do it. But if I go down to 900 calories a day, which I was doing 9 to 1,100 calories, I was seeing a lot of loss, but my energy levels were shit. Right. So then I go up to 1,200 calories. At 1,200 calories, I'm not losing any weight, but
you're energetic. Yeah.
I'm not gaining any weight, but I'm not losing any weight. The weird thing is once I went up to 1,600 calories, at 1,600 calories, I'm losing weight. My energy levels are good, and I'm feeling really good about things. And that's when I lost the most weight, is when I was actually in that 1,600 calorie range. So I know that my body performs at that level because it's not trying to store anything, right? If you're eating less calories than what your body wants, even if it's keeping your energy levels good, your body's like, okay, we're going to put this to energy and we're going to put this over here because this guy's trying to kill us. And that over there, because that guy's trying to kill you, is called fat storage. That's what fat storage is for. When we were cavemen and women, for anybody who may be watching, ma'am, Mrs. Pineapple.
The one lady.
It's very unlikely, but I get those 80 views a week. I don't know. There's probably 1 or 3 women in them. If you are that person, when we were cave people, right? We'll use that term, be all inclusive, right? Even if you're AIP, all those things.
There's no misgendering here.
No, we're not doing it. We're people. Unless of course you're a furry, but totally different topic. Anyways, back in those days, you went out hunting and you either got an animal or you got a couple berries, and that's what you got to eat for the day. You didn't have food storage. You didn't have a refrigerator back at home. The best thing that you could do was you figured out that if you slow cooked the meat, and then you smoked it, that you could preserve it for a little while. And if you preserved it for too long, then you died of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
What a throwback. Oregon Trail.
There you go. But that's the reality of it, right? So there wasn't the ability to store all this food. So you worked from one meal to the next meal, and that's what got you through. So hot damn, 900 calories a day. Bowl of Chaos was on 1,290 calories that cut weight, and she was miserable. Yeah, I was doing between 900 and 1,100 calories a day on the diet that I was doing, and I lost a shit ton of weight really fucking fast.
Yeah, but you had no energy.
Oh, dude, it took a while. I mean, the thing is I don't know that I necessarily got energy levels back or felt good about it, or if my body just got used to being sluggish. Like, I went from drinking 2 cups of coffee a day to drinking a pot of coffee a day.
Yeah. That's my water source. I drink a lot of water, but it's filtered through coffee beans.
Hey, it works. It's still water. Technically, it's still water. It's just flavored water. People do it all the time, right? You add the fucking, the little squeeze shit to it, or the circle water bottles are a big thing now, It's just flavored water. It just makes you want to drink more water. Me personally, I can drink water. Like, I have no issue with that. CNT Designs, what's up, perp?
I'm surprised he's not in here.
Well, he just showed up.
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to think, though. Like, diet is a huge problem in this country, and it's a huge problem everywhere in the world. Some people have food, some people don't have food. Unfortunately, the people who have food waste a lot of it, but we pay a lot for it. So, if I'm gonna waste goddamn food, I'm gonna pay that goddamn money. I'm gonna waste my own goddamn food.
we had chicken wings about a week ago, and it was for 30 of them. It was $52. Yeah, they're
So my Mountain Dew is just flavored water. Yeah, it's flavored, but it's also got a lot of other additives. So, drink it through a life straw.
I saw somebody where they put vodka through a Brita
A
filter.
Brita?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it works, and I'm wondering. I've never seen the completed
all
video. Like, can you get drunk on Brita filtered vodka?
I mean, there's one way to find out.
I mean, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not wasting good whiskey, and vodka is fine, but I'm not. Yeah, no. So, I'm not personally doing it because to me it seems like it's borderline alcohol abuse. And in Wisconsin, that shit is a capital punishment. I mean, it's capital.
Yeah, it's definitely a federal crime in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that shit'll get you 10 to 20 real quick.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can literally beat a child and have less punishment than if you pour a beer out on the ground.
Every time I always see TikToks about you fucking raging alcoholics up there, and I laugh.
We're not raging alcoholics. That's the thing. We are functioning alcoholics.
Functioning alcoholics.
Everybody else in the country would be raging alcoholics. We are functioning. Like, most of the fucking people that you meet, if you were literally driving through Wisconsin and you stopped every single person that you met that day, like just walking down the street, and you shook hands with like 12 of them, 11 of those motherfuckers were drinking before they fucking shook your hand, and you wouldn't even know it.
Hey man, every state's good at doing something.
I mean, it shows, statistically speaking, Wisconsin is the drunkest state in the country. It is the way it is. So,
I wonder what that is.
Why?
It just, yeah.
There ain't shit else to fucking do here. Literally, it's cow tipping and alcohol drinking.
Sometimes you mix it.
Most of the time you mix it.
Most of the time you mix it.
So which one is worse? Running vodka through a Brita filter, or forcing some poor pizza shelf to add pineapple to one? Asking for a friend. Probably pouring vodka through a Brita filter, because if a person has to call themselves a pizza chef, they should be putting pineapple on that fucking pizza.
I think this is an unpopular opinion. I fucking love pineapple on pizza.
It's a very unpopular opinion, but you're entitled to it. And welcome to the channel. People are gonna fucking flip out. Why? No way. Yes.
Like ham and pineapple on pizza.
Well, that was the whole name. That was the whole name, man. It was about grinding up pineapple and adding it to pizza sauce to people who fucking pissed you off at Little Caesars. And it's like, they had the #1 selling pizza in the county, and I literally was just grinding up fucking pineapples and putting it in their fucking pizza sauce.
Everybody secretly loved pineapple and pizza, but they just didn't know it.
They just didn't know it. Everybody's like, how can you do a Hawaiian pizza? It's like, bitch, you got a Hawaiian pizza. You just got pepperoni instead of Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon, ham.
Yes. When we say Canadian bacon here.
Oh, yeah. You're fucking Northerners. What's it, like 12 degrees up there?
Well, there's a big difference between Canadian bacon and ham, where you actually slaughter the pig, right? Canadian bacon is some weird looking shit that probably came off of a shank. the ham actually come off the ass. All right. So people who like ham eat ass, and people who like Canadian bacon like to nibble on the thigh.
What if you're both?
Maybe you like Canadian bacon and ham. Just
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
I'm okay with that. You can have Canadian bacon and ham sandwiches. As long as you put fucking bacon on it, you're good.
That's probably the other unpopular opinion. I don't really like bacon.
You're banned.
Banned. That's it. I don't.
I literally would hit remove, but I think it would actually remove you from the stream, and I really don't want that. But maybe
Yeah,
I will.
people. It's always funny. People, because Brittany, the old lady, she went to go make something wrapped in bacon, and I was like, I'm just not a fan of bacon.
Yeah.
And the chat just fucking.
Wow. I don't even. Thanks for coming. I don't even know where to go from here. Well, now we got somebody who's denouncing bacon. Next thing he's going to be fucking claiming jihadi fucking worship.
Oh, that's the other note.
Yeah, exactly. Sadly, well, so
Sadly, says the goddamn bacon.
dislikes bacon and likes pineapple on pizza. That's it. I'm out.
Well, it's not that I dislike bacon. I just don't get the fucking like. I don't even know how to word that.
You better be careful how you word it. You better be very fucking careful how you word it. Because I have a feeling what you're going for is like, I don't really like the floppy, flabby bacon bit portion of it. I just like the little meat section that's on it.
No, I was saying I don't get the whole rave behind bacon. Like everything has to be wrapped in bacon.
I think that there's things that are better because of bacon, and the things that aren't better because of bacon just haven't been wrapped in bacon yet. I'm just saying, like there's a reality that, like, dude, I'm fat for a reason, okay? It's not because I ate fucking carrots, okay? It's because I had bacon wrapped fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, okay?
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sounds good.
Yeah, probably is. I haven't had it, but I literally, dude, there's a ice cream place near us. They do a maple bourbon bacon ice cream. Huh. Like, you literally just found your way into my heart in 4 different ways: ice cream, maple, bourbon, and bacon.
Diabetes.
Welcome to diabetes.
Welcome to-
Well, hello, my name is Jim O'Ryan, and I got diabetes.
That's the
I
other
do not
thing.
have diabetes. My doctor says I'm pre-diabetic, and I call him a fucking moron because he got one number one time and he goes, "You're pre-diabetic," and he ain't ever seen that number again.
That is one thing I worry about is diabetes. That's I got to get my shit together.
Yeah, diabetes is a scary fucking thing, but you can manage it. You just gotta. It's diet. It really is. It's diet and exercise. And as much as anybody's looking for a magic bullet in any of that conversation, it's diet and fucking exercise. It's not just diet. It's not just exercise, because you can do the most you can run a fucking marathon a goddamn day, and you can do all the working out you want, but if you're eating shitty fucking food, you're gonna have shitty fucking health. So it's diet and exercise.
I mean, they used to say you can't outrun a shitty diet.
I mean, there's people who can get pretty fucking close. But even if you look at some of these like these like massive, like the strongmen competition guys, you know, the Oberst, the what's his Eddie Hall, these guys, their bodies aren't naturally built because they're eating fucking 12,000 calories a day, burning 9 to 12,000 calories in the gym every single day, trying to build these massive muscles to do these strongman acts. And it's great and everything, and they're a fucking phenom. But if you look at all the guys that have stopped doing those shows and have stopped training their bodies are completely destroyed because they don't know how to process food at anything less than 6 to 8,000 calories a day. So they're now all gaining weight, and they don't look good. anymore. Not that they look great to begin with. Everybody's like, look at he's fat. I'm like, yeah, but he's fucking lifting 900 pounds. It's the last time you fucking did that. You called your buddy to help you move your fucking PC.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. Like, obviously, I'm not the pinnacle of health, but the bodybuilders, the guys that have muscles on muscles.
Matt Cock.
Oh, is he a bodybuilder?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh, I have no idea. who that
Bacon
is.
does.
Oh. I guess my point was like, how healthy is that? The whole bodybuilding thing.
It all depends.
Again, I'm not
wear and tear, man.
I'm not the pinnacle of health, not even fucking anywhere near it, but
Yeah. Personal theory. All right. Adding pineapple to pizza dulls your senses to bacon. Could. You're adding more sweet, which takes away from the salty. There's always the balance, sweet and salty.
bacon and pineapple might go good on a pizza.
That's basically the thing, right? It's just
Yeah.
like replace the shitty blue, smeared ham that is Canadian bacon with real bacon, and it probably tastes phenomenal. CNT says, I can't outrun beer. For some reason, my legs cramp up every time I try. You need more potassium in your diet. Try a banana beer.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
Dude, there's pickle beer. There's all that sort of shit that's out there now, man. People are doing some crazy shit. I'm actually interested in trying pickle beer, but only because I want to actually do basically like a bomb with it. But I want to do now stick with me here on this, screwball or peanut butter whiskey shot in the pickle beer.
Called a pickle pack.
Well, it's the Elvis Presley, right? Literally, it's peanut butter and pickle is a fucking phenomenal sandwich. Number one. No, I'm not pregnant, nor have I ever been.
But you could be.
I was born as a number one. I'm going to stay as a number one.
It's 2022. You can be pregnant if you want to be.
I don't choose to be.
Okay.
So, we are good. I do not identify as that. Banana meat is now being planned out. Thank you. Banana meat actually sounds pretty goddamn good. And see, you always got to just push one level and you'll find something delicious out of it. If you leave the pineapple off the pizza, the bacon pizza is way better, says CNT. But now you got to go back to the whole pineapple in the pizza. Is pineapple in the pizza okay? Because like it was said, Sweet Baby Ray's does put pineapple in their barbecue sauce. Now, if you have a barbecue chicken pizza, uses Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, technically you have pineapple on your pizza. So, there's that. G23, hey y'all, little man just fell out of bed. I just heard something up there. That sounds fantastic. I don't know why he would fall out of bed all of a sudden, but it's my kids. It's what they do.
Your kids seem off the chain.
My kids are me, which is the problem. My daughter has my temper, my attitude, and somehow she got like a sensitive side too. So yeah.
Was it your son or your daughter that was running around with the knife?
My son.
Your son was running around chasing your daughter?
Yes, chasing the daughter. Not my finest moment. I now pay attention to where my pocket knives are.
Makes knives in the basement.
Fixed knives are now kept in the gun safe. Pocket knife is now taken out of pocket every single night before. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully you I know it's not something maybe you wanted to talk about, but hopefully you want to pursue this knife making thing a little bit more, because I'd love to have one of your knives.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna do. It's been like it was kind of I did a lot of it because I was not working and
Fair.
idle hands, right? Problematic. So I had more time, I had all that stuff, and I'm sure I'll get more time as I'm getting more into working with the new company and understanding everything that's doing. You know, you want to perform really well to start and get your hands wrapped around everything and understand exactly what they expect from you before you start, you know, kind of taking liberties. Not saying I'm taking liberties, but like I know what they're going to expect and I'll be able to deliver it in a timely manner. Um, right now I have no fucking clue what I don't even know, man. The job that I got now, I literally they designed the job for me. So yeah, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Like what is the expectations? What can you do? Like, well, a lot more than I told you I could do, but I don't want to tell you what else I can do.
It's gonna keep piling shit up
Now,
on you.
now I'm scared to tell you what I want to do because or what I can do because every time I tell you something new, you're like, "Hey, I want to show you something," and it's like, "Shit, that sounds like more work." Let's talk about that later. Okay? Let's get through this first 90 days first. See what tomorrow looks like. So yeah, but we'll see. The knife thing is I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making them. I have one more that I had cut out that I can finish yet. And then moving forward from there, we'll see. I don't know. I've got two right now that are done basically in my hands, ready to go. One more that can be made. The other ones are all found a different home. So
You buy the blade already. You're not down there with you're not down there blacksmithing fucking blades, right?
I'm not blacksmithing them, but I'm not buying anything, if that makes sense. So basically, I printed out a template on a piece of paper. She's like, I didn't even know he was making them. Well, that's the thing. When you're at work, I got fucking nothing else to do once the kids are in bed. So, yeah, no,
Oops.
no, it's fine. She knows now. But I just literally was like I've got this wood over here, I've got that over there, and I'm like, I've always like kept things. I've got a bin full of metal, right? It's like, okay, that's all 1075 steel, that's 1095, that's tool steel, that's let's do this over here. And I got some 1075 and I took the template. I got a lot to do. Yeah, I got a lot to do. I've always got a lot to do. But, you know, creativity stuff.
So you are actually like cutting them out?
Yeah, so I'm cutting them out of it, it's all material removal. I'm not forging them. I'm not down here with a forge and a blacksmith doing all the thing. Cutting wheel, grinding, polishing, stuff like that. That I did, but I'm not sitting down here with a hammer and a fucking anvil. So I got a lot to do. Yeah. Well, I basically I took all those and I cut them out all based off of one pattern and see where they go.
But you were making all the grips out of you were making all the grips though, right? Or the handles, I guess you want to call them.
Yep.
Yeah. So you were making I don't know if they come like pre-shaped and you just kind of fucking tweak them or fit them.
No, all that is a hand process. So every one of those grooves is put in basically, I had a Dremel and a Dream, right? Just a barrel sander. And it's just kind of feel for me. I was like, okay, I'm just going to start here and I just drag it across and then I go and I do that one side and I flip it around, do it the opposite and kind of tiger stripe it and then go back depending on the material that I'm using or how I'm putting it together. Like the last one I used, it was just red cedar from my kid's A-frame swing set. And then I actually dyed the red cedar using I was like, okay, I want it to be kind of an orange color. So I did paprika and turmeric with a little bit of alcohol. And then I basically dyed the wood with that. and then just sealed over top of it.
I did a search for that one species of wood you said was incredibly difficult to work with. I can't remember what it was.
The purple heartwood.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. It looks really awesome.
Yeah.
But you said it's quite a pain in the ass to work with.
Very much a pain in the ass to work with. Honestly, if I had to work with it again, I would probably use a machining center.
Is it
I would
just
use
hard
It is incredibly hard.
and brittle, I'm guessing?
Not so brittle.
No.
Very hard. That's what she said. Very hard, but not brittle at all. That's what makes it so incredible. It's kind of like an African tongue wood in that regard. It's so incredibly dense that it's very strong, but the fibers are so close together that it's really hard to do anything with. I was using 36 grit sanding discs, and it would burn through a 36 grit sanding disc to get one of those grooves in, and it was actually to the point where I was actually burning the wood to get it to come down, because it's so hard to work with.
I'm guessing it's probably expensive. It sounds pricey. Teak would be cool. I don't know if you could do anything in teak wood.
Yeah, a lot of woods can be used. It's just a matter of how they're stabilized that makes them functional. So, talking stabilizing, the red cedar that I did is, it's literally just using an epoxy with a thinned out epoxy to just seep into the centers of the wood, and then it creates more rigidity. Red cedar is very soft, but it's a hardwood. Everybody's like, oh, it's a hardwood. I'm like, it's really soft. There's hardwoods versus softwoods has zero to do with the density of the wood. It has everything to do with the type of tree. So it's really just, there can be a hardwood and still be soft. So
yeah, it was interesting watching you do that Instagram live that I was watching you when you were making the sheath for the knife. It's a cool process. It's interesting. It's cool that you do everything by hand. I remember that was one of the things you were saying. You know, even the holsters, like every holster is done by hand. It's not, you're not using machines and stuff. Like, you're literally cutting everything by hand. I'm guessing it's the same thing with the holsters as it is with the sheaths. You're cutting everything out, and I can't remember where. I don't. You and I talked about this, but I can't remember where the price point was. But it's not that far off from like Eclipse or We the People or T-Rex or whatever. So
right. I mean, we're definitely more expensive than We the People. T-Rex right in line with it. Tier 1 we're less than usually, but it's all the style. So it's tough. So it's kind of the niche that I'm hitting. So if you go to any of those suppliers and you're looking for something that's got a custom print or a custom graphic on it, you're gonna pay out the fucking ass for it. But we can do that and maintain the price point, which makes it competitive on that side. It's just when you're looking at it from a standpoint of, I just want one that's in FDE brown with a standard, just brown. Like, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive compared to that, because the reality is I don't understand how, and this is, they chastise me. I don't understand why holster manufacturers charge $25 to $30 more for a custom printed holster, or even just a carbon fiber, something like that. It's $15, $20 more usually.
Because the print doesn't cost anymore.
It doesn't. Like, the print is the cost of Kydex is cheap. Like, the custom printed stuff is like maybe $6 more a sheet than the standard, which it's $6 is $6, but like, where's the $20 fucking dollars come from?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's I'm guessing
you guys are buying it in bulk too. I'm betting it's a better discount than me as a person who's like, okay, if you want a holster, I'm going to order the holster. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. And we're going to put it all together, and we're going to do it all from that point. Like, I can't justify having any stock of anything. If I'm going to do it, I have to build it all to order. Like,
I can't remember what their lead time was. Not yours, but any like Eclipse holster. I think it was like 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, and that's the other
And-
thing is like a lot of these guys like, even We the People's pretty quick. I think you can get like 3 to 4. Have a good night, Bacon. Yeah, if you don't know, follow him. Get a stream. He has fun. A lot of the holster manufacturers that are out there are literally like they're putting out so much work, but they've got the same size shop, right? It's all one shop. It's they're doing this, that. Some of them got a lot more going on, whatever, but they're still like tier 1 concealed. Probably one of the best names in the industry. Do some of the best work. I do like their stuff. My wife hates her fucking holster from them.
Tier
But
1.
yeah, it's just a standard, simple holster. $80 I think we paid for it, and that was early 2020. Still pretty high for what it was, but even at that time, it was like fucking 6 weeks or something, and that was back before everything went super crazy. So I don't know what takes so long. I don't. It's just the backlog of orders, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but they're not knocking them out one by. I mean, they're doing each one obviously by hand, but they're not. They've got like I guess it's like the vacuum machine or whatever, and
Right.
they press it. I mean, they're not. I don't know how long you clamp your holsters for. I remember you said some of them, some you'll clamp overnight. I mean, you're not knocking out as many as they are,
Yeah, no.
obviously. So
If we're doing, if I'm doing, I'm not getting orders for them. I mean, I've got, I had 2 people who paid for holsters since I started making them, basically, and that's it. So I'm not like knocking out anything like that, and then it's a very manual process. It takes time and this and that, and that's it. And I don't even know if I make them. Like if the person pays for them, honestly, if I can get them made by my guy in Green Bay, he does a better job of it. You're gonna get a better quality product probably, and if he's available and he can do it for the price point, then I'll let him do it. But I understand his quality. He does the good work too. And now that I'm working full time, it guarantees that you can get it out faster. Right. So he can do it in a day. If I give him an order, by the end of the day, he's got it done.
if I fill out one of those order forms on the Teespring, is that it gets sent directly to you,
Yes.
and then you figure out if you want to do it or send it to somebody else?
Right.
Yeah.
So I would typically, it's a matter of just figuring out, what works the best. I enjoy doing it though. It's fun. So I would take more on probably. As I get more orders, that would be a question, right?
I just know I showed my girlfriend that Dick's Tech thing, and she's 100% behind it. She, when I told her, it was so funny the way I told her. I said I'm gonna get a cock holster. She had no, she was, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, yeah, it's like Dick camo. And she's like, what? And then I showed her, and she was like, oh, this is legit hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
And she was like, do you think you would actually use this? Yeah, probably. Who gives a fuck? Like, I don't give a shit. You're never gonna see it.
Military holster. If you're doing it right, nobody sees it.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
a fun joke, and I'm waiting for the day somebody wants that as an out of the waistband holster, or
On a fucking
like
plate carrier.
a mag carrier with like a Molly fucking strap on it. Like, yeah,
I think it was Coop who was he had hinted around the idea of like just seeing those, fucking holsters on like a Molly plate carrier or something
right.
in the military. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be awesome. So we'll just get the lowest bid the next time they're looking for holsters for their plate carriers, and we'll just do Dick Techs. We can do it in different colors. We can. Yeah, they want it in the snow camo. We can do snow camo penis. Right.
Do you have any without the troll face?
I don't have one without the troll face. I have the pattern without the troll face. So honestly, the troll face is more or less if you want the art piece of it. I think the troll face is there for that. If you want a holster, the better option is without the troll face, just because of placement and getting everything aligned properly. And I've tried to line up a troll face as well as a bunch of cocks with whatever you want. So
I think I'm gonna order a holster tomorrow from you because I need to get a new holster. I've got some shitty like $25 Amazon holster,
right.
and it's dog shit.
Yeah, no, I do pretty good. I think the bike holsters are probably going to kick up a little bit more. Those bike mounts are where it's at, and that's where the bread and butter of my holsters are. But inside the waistband, changing everything over and getting things done where it's all American made, all handmade. That's a unique situation. So
I am fucking tired.
yeah, I think I'm going to call it too. It's 10:30. Been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes. Officially sitting at this computer for about 2 hours. I need to go see what's going on upstairs. Take care of the kid. Take care of the wife. Do all the fun things that you do once you're married, and it's Friday night. Because
Go to sleep.
yeah, we're gonna go to bed.
Yeah, that's. I know.
We're going to bed.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, no, thanks for joining, and for everybody else who's still here, thanks for hanging out. Good night, and have a great weekend. As Cat Milk says. Take it easy.